The Wayuu community existed before the creation of the geographical boundaries, so their territory is spread between Colombia and Venezuela. During the year, there is two rainy seasons, which extend from September to December, and then from April to May. And the rest of the time is drought season, which makes it difficult to find water for the community, especially clean water for them to drink. They are spread along all the Guajira, but the areas with higher percentage of the population are in the middle of the department around towns like Curibia and Manaure. In terms of numbers, they are the biggest indigenous community of the country, representing almost the 21% of the national indigenous population and the 50% of the population of the Guajira. They call themselves Wayuu, which they translate as person and non-Indian, and their language Wayunaiki, and they refer to us, the white people, or any other that is not indigenous, as Arihuna, which they translate as civilized. One of the most interesting aspects of the Wayuu society is their social organization. They are organized in clans and they are a matriarchal society. However, women are not exactly the highest authority in a family. Women are in charge of the organization of the family and they are politically active and very independent. Their land is passed on from mother to daughter and so on from generation to generation, so women are practically the owners of the family.
However, the maximum authority in the family is the brother of the mother, in other terms, the maternal uncle. He is in charge of his sons as well as his nephews, and they are usually the ones called palabrero, the ones who hold the word, who give orders and permissions in the clan, and the ones who solve any problems that arise either inside or with other clans. The oldest male nephew is the one who would take the place of the uncle and he would be trained by him to do his job. The palabrero doesn't always have to be the maternal uncle. It can also be an old man of the community, but he must have been trained since he was young for him to be able to do the job correctly.
Grandma and aunt play an important role on the growth of the young girls, as they are the ones that teach them to weave and the ones who pass on their knowledge. This is not done by the mother, although sometimes they may decide they want to do so because mothers tend to be softer with their own child and girls need a strong hand to learn what they need to do in society.
¿Tú aprendes a bailar y a tejer? ¿Quién te enseña?
Mi abuela me enseña a bailar chichamaya y a hacer manillas y hacer...
As they are a community which are based on women, the transition of a boy to puberty isn't a big deal, yet the transition of a girl to woman is, and this is marked by their first menstruation. The ritual from celebrating this transition is called the encierro, which means enclosure.
During the ritual, the girl which has menstruated for the first time would be locked down in a room alone for a destined time, which can vary from 6 months to a year depending on the girl. While she has her period, the girl is put in a high chinchorro, which is a type of hammock, and would only go down from it to take a bath in the early morning and to cut her hair in representation of a new beginning. During this time, the girl learns from her grandma how to behave according to the rules and traditions of society. She learns to respect and to be responsible. The girl is put in a strict diet. When the girl is ready, her father would be notified so that she is presented to the community as a young woman, and a ceremony is done where she dances the jona, a traditional dance, with the young men invited.
The encierro is one of the most controversial aspects of the community because of the fact that the girls are locked down away from all human interaction for so long. The time in which the girls were locked down before extended up to 5 years, but due to the criticism received by the people outside the Wayuu community, they narrowed it down to 1 year at most. Another aspect that is not likable about the ritual is that the girls are induced to vomit or they will vomit naturally as a result of being so high, which is considered an abuse in the modern world, but for them it's just a sign of growing up.
When a woman marries, she usually would go to another clan and move away from her rancheria. Men cannot move away from their rancheria because they drink chirrinchi, and they are the ones who have more friendships in the clan. When we were in Graciela's rancheria, she explained to us that all of her nephews, sons, and brothers were still living there. but that her nieces and female cousins were not all there.
Ya, mira.
Oh.
Their economy is based on two things, the sheep herding and their crops. The Wayuu way of indicating which family is rich depends on how much goats and other animals like cows and horses they own. The richer families will ask for a higher dowry, which is the price the family of a man must pay to the family of the woman he wishes to marry, than the ones that are poor. They also sometimes sell gold in the markets of the city to improve their economic state in terms of the globalized world, and to have the capacity to acquire things like clothes for the man, shoes, other things which they must pay with money.
As explained before, the girls are taught how to weave since they are about 4 years old. Possessing lots of pieces of crafts is a symbol of respect and power in a woman, and girls must learn how to weave since they are little to ensure that when they grow up, they have respect and also to help with the family's economy. The most common accessories made by the Wayuu women are hammocks, bracelets, chinchorros, bags known as mochilas Wayuu, blankets, accessories for the hair, and many other small things.
They used to use natural materials to make their crafts, like fibers from plants, wool from sheep or goat, straw, and they even use color rocks or other color materials to give them color. Today things have changed and they go to the nearest town to buy thread and materials like cardboard to create their crafts.
Their crafts are important for their economy too, as tourists are highly attracted to their crafts as they are considered almost a national legacy. It is common to see in towns such as Riohacha almost hundreds of mochilas and bracelets on the streets sold by the women themselves, who would travel all the way from the rancherias to the town to gain some money. The mochilas have become so popular that there's even people who would bring them from the Guajira to the bigger cities of the country, and many have tried to copy them, but the quality is never the same.
One of the important Wayuu traditions are the dances. The Jena dance is a ritual they do for different reasons, like offering, revelations, and healings, and that helps them connect to their spiritual beliefs. This dance is done in pairs. First, the man enters and he invites the girl. When she accepts, the dance starts. The woman chases the man until she is tired and lets herself fall. When this happens, the couple is replaced by another one. For this dance, women wear special colorful outfits called a chain and a handkerchief. Apart from the clothes, they have gold accessories and some kind of earrings in the ankles for them to sound when they dance. The costume for men is called chel, and they wear a karatse on the head. They both wear makeup depending on the occasion.
The jana is considered as a way to maintain the harmony among the Wayuu community. When the jana is done, goats, sheep, and other animals are sacrificed so that everyone is satisfied. The Wayuu community is the biggest indigenous community in Colombia, and they have defended their beliefs against the globalization by protecting and preserving their traditions like their dances and music.
¿Y los bailes? ¿Nos puedes contar acerca de algún baile? O sea, ¿cuál es tu baile favorito? ¿Qué más te gusta bailar?
Me gusta bailar baile de perdiz.
¿Y cuál es como el simbolismo del baile de la perdiz? O sea, ¿para qué lo bailan?
Cuando nosotros sentimos alegres.
¿Cuando se sientan alegres?
Sí.
¿Y es solo de niñas o los niños también participan en el baile?
También.